Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have the Jungle Book. This is from 2016. This is not the original. Was it 1967? Can't remember which. But this is from 2016. This is the remake, the live action remake, directed by Jon Favreau. You know him from the Iron Man films and a bunch of other stuff. He's also, what was the other film he had sort of brought to life? Did he bring The Lion King? I don't know. He did a lot of stuff with animals. So, digitally rendered animals. And yeah, when I use the air quotes, again, this is fully live action, but the only human actor in this entire thing, well, except for one scene, is Mowgli, a young man played by Neil Sethi. Yeah, and he looks grown up now, but he's very little in this. Hey, it's been almost 10 years, so he's grown up. But we get a humongously well-known cast in this. It's a really good cast. But first of all, it's an hour and 49 minutes long, 2016, and it's yeah. We get. Oh, I should start with the person who narrates this and is one of the main protagonists. Ben Kingsley as what can I say? It's a Bagheera. Ben Kingsley. Last time he played a character from India, he was Gandhi. So he's the one who basically found and raised Mowgli. And by the way, if I'm spoiling any of this for you, it's because you haven't seen this film or the original one from when it was animated way back when. I'm going to list some characters, but this is probably one of the most fantastical types of movies from Disney. This is Rudyard Kipling. It's based on his book, but it's still it's Disney's version of it. The idea of a young child being taken in by animals in the jungles of India and not eaten immediately is highly 100% unlikely. Just saying. For him to age many years and subsist and then also communicate. For us, it sounds like English. For him, he might just be making noises, jungle noises that animals all understand. It's like a basic language. I have no idea. It doesn't matter. It is a fantasy about a child who's raised in the jungle for many years, from an infant almost, a toddler basically, and because, well, his parents were killed. Well, his dad was killed. He's the only other human that appears in this. And it also, by the way, I realize this ends very differently from the original animated film. And it also is just tonally much darker. And you're going to get that. This is meant to be an action adventure. It's fully taking advantage of the digital rendering of so many different animals in such a realistic fashion, but they talk and have human features. And when you see certain characters appear on screen, some very popular favorite characters, people of the original, of the fans of the original Jungle Book, you can also kind of see the actors who portray them, their voices anyway, in this. I'll continue with the list of actors. Idris Elba plays Shere Khan, the truly, in this case, truly terrifying tiger who is wounded and out for vengeance against Mowgli, looking to take him out. There is some death in here. It's fairly brutal. But by the way, Mowgli was found by Bagheera, but he was raised by wolves. So let me clear that up, just in case you're really really picky about that. So, but he knows all the animals, the creatures of the jungle, and he's been taught to get along with them and just live and not be the man cub that he truly is. They know he's a man cub. He's considerably less hairy than the rest of them. He stands on 2 feet, and he has all these tricks. Somehow he understands how to sort of make machines, in a sense. Well, in the sense that creating a bucket out of a coconut or a wooden shell kind of thing, and putting it on a rope and using it to dip down into the water to take a drink. That is essentially a very simple machine. It's just powered by his own the lifting of the cord. But they all are like, "Hey, could you stop that? No, 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 man stuff, cub stuff. This is really creepy." So he's never been taught this, but yet he knows how to do it. He's a very special boy, especially since he can also talk to animals. So we got Ben Kingsley, we got Idris Elba, we have Baloo has to be in this, of course. You get the bare necessities, which is one of the most iconic Disney songs of all time. Bill Murray, yeah, Bill Murray. Does he sing the whole song? Kinda, yeah. For the most part, I don't think there is a. It's not a. I don't feel like this is a musical. It's not necessarily treated like a musical, but there is at least two major songs in the structure of the film, and a third song that only appears in the titles, sung by Scarlett Johansson, who plays Kaa. And if you were ever freaked out by a giant snake in the original Jungle Book, this one's gonna freak you out, because one, it's a giant snake. And when he finds the skin, the shedded skin of the snake, and just shrugs it off, Mowgli's like, that's strange. Yeah, this snake is bigger, and it has Scarlett Johansson's voice in the most sultry version of a talking snake you've probably ever seen or heard. It's unsettlingly seductive and terrifying. And, of course, he survives the encounter with Kaa, but just barely. Just barely. Barely, in the sense, sorry, no pun intended. But he also comes across King Louie. King Louie is a favorite character of so many. While he is very friendly, he obviously, just like in the original, wants something from the man cub. But in this one, he's voiced by. I don't want to scroll. Why can't I say Christopher Walken? Voiced by Christopher Walken. And when you hear him speak, he's speaking like he's a mobster, but he's very much Christopher Walken. And you can see that they animated off of his face when he performed King Louie. And he is scary. First of all, he's massive. He's huge. And they reference just how big he is. He's abnormally large. And I think, again, that's just where I don't think he's abnormally large in the original film. At least not compared to any other animal of his kind. But in this, he is not a King Kong sized ape, but he is definitely intimidatingly large. And so, while your kids may love the original, this one's for maybe the little older kids who may not get scared as easily. If you've got 4-year-olds, this movie, unless they're just made of stern stuff, this movie would scare the crap out of them. I'm pretty sure. And unsettle a number of adults, just the way it's depicted. Yeah, again, is there a reason that Disney has to remake every single animated film, every single animated classic from the vaults? No, there's no reason they have to. Can they? Absolutely. Will they? Oh, yes, they will. Why? Because green. Because money. And they already have the rights to do these stories. Why not dig into it and just paint with a different brush? So you can complain all you want, like, oh, we don't need this for the live-action version. Don't watch it. Seriously, just don't watch it. You, if you love the original, you can pretend this one doesn't exist. It doesn't replace the original. You can still go to Disney Plus. You can still watch your DVDs, Blu-rays, VHSs of the original, and love it. Keep loving it. This is for just a slightly different audience. It's the same for the same audience too, but for a slightly different audience who wants something a little bit more just action oriented, a little bit more intense. It has plenty of light moments, very fun at times. But if there was ever a live action remake of some of these other films, it's this one. That's really scary. It's this one. I know. I mean, again, there's almost none they've remade. Well, I can't say that. Obviously, they've recently done Beauty and the Beast and Little Mermaid and everything else. It also gets Disney gets to work with talent like this, lots of talent. Lupita Nyong'o appears in this also as Raksha, Giancarlo Esposito as Kayla. Geez, Gary Shandling has a voice as Icky. And even Max Favreau plays a young wolf, which is Jon Favreau's son. Which I also didn't realize he played the little kid that Iron Man rescued in Iron Man 2, who is now technically, in canon, Spider-Man, the young Peter Parker. So you can see his. I only know this because I'm looking at his IMDb picture right now in the list, and it's kind of funny that he was the kid that wearing the Iron Man helmet that the robots targeted and Tony saved him. Anyway, that's a side thing, but it's a neat little thing that I just realized from looking at this. So, great cast. It doesn't end the way you think it does. I'm almost certain that had this been a bigger hit, they would have already made a sequel by now. Mowgli, I mean, maybe they will. Maybe they still could, but honestly, they don't need to. They didn't need to make this one, but they're going to make it. We are going to get a live action Tangled and Frozen, and none of these have been announced yet, I don't think. We're going to get a live action Zootopia. We're going to get a live action, like all this stuff is going to be live action at some point. I realize that some of these later films are all 3D, and it's more human, more realistic than the 2D animation stuff. Once they burn through all the 2D stuff, which, again, I can't think of what they haven't done yet. You know what? They should do the stuff that really kind of tanked at the box office in the 80s. What? But maybe they just don't want to take the risk. Why can't I say the Black Cauldron? The Black Cauldron. Remake that. To some, that is a favorite film, and that would be blasphemous to do so. But A Black Cauldron could do interestingly. Some people would see it as a completely new film because a lot of people don't know that the Black Cauldron exists. It kind of fell into that dead zone when the Disney animation was kind of whittling away, it was almost gone. Until the Renaissance happened in 1989 with The Little Mermaid and the things that happened that led up to that. So, it's going to happen. So you can get upset that this thing exists and so many others, but you don't have to. Don't waste the energy. And if you're interested in this, again, if you already have Disney Plus, it's not going to cost you anything more. Check it out. I know a lot of people skipped over it. I did see this in theaters. Just because, one, Jon Favreau, and two, it just, the digital, I do enjoy digital realistic renderings of real things. I guess the trailers must look good enough to go, that looks really good. I want to see that in high definition on a big screen. Oh, yeah. I know I saw it in the theaters. This is the first time I've seen it since, but in 9 years. But seriously, you can skip it if this is honestly you're like, I'm sick of all the remakes, and if less people watch them, maybe Disney will stop trying to make them. It's not going to happen, but you can try. But I say give it a shot. It's a big adventure. It's not for the little ones. You know your kid better than I, so. Yeah, That's up to you. Yeah. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. You can watch it as an adult and get a kick out of it. 133. 133. Oh, wow. Okay. We just watched one of these a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago. I lose all track of time. But this is the last one in the series that we haven't seen yet. So we're going to be... What's his name? He is such... Auden? I forget his full name. It's such a unique name. We're going to be watching Primal Survivor Escape the Amazon. Come on, where are you? Primal Survivor Escape the Amazon. So I'm going to watch one episode of that. It's a series of him trekking through the Amazon, which is not an easy task. But he's the Primal Survivor. He's going to do it. Primal Survivor Escaping the Amazon? Is that what it is? Yeah, Escape the Amazon is what we're watching next in the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.